Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of rare American currency to uncover 6 of the most valuable and ultra-rare United States dollar coins ever discovered. They are powerful pieces of history that have stunned the coin-collecting world with their extreme value and rarity. If you enjoy discovering coins that are worth serious money, make sure to watch this video. Let's begin. First up, we explore one of the most misunderstood yet surprisingly valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with the Denver D mint mark. Most people assume these coins are worthless pocket change, but under the right circumstances, this modern $1 coin can sell for hundreds, and in rare cases even thousands of dollars, especially when certain minting characteristics and collector demand align. And yes, even a coin that appears very dirty or worn can still hold serious value depending on its condition details, rarity of features, and market demand. So stay with me to the end, because we are going to uncover why this seemingly ordinary dollar coin has become an unexpected treasure among collectors. The Susan B. Anthony dollar series was introduced in 1979 to honor Susan B. Anthony, a leading figure in the women's suffrage movement and one of the most influential activists in American history. The U.S. Mint hoped to encourage circulation by replacing the larger Eisenhower dollar with a more compact coin, closer in size to a quarter. However, the experiment backfired. Most Americans rejected the coin because it was too easy to confuse with quarters, leading to frustration in daily transactions. This caused poor circulation and low public acceptance, making the 1979 series historically significant as a bold but failed experiment in U.S. currency. Within this series, the 1979 D dollar holds special interest, not just because it was struck at the Denver Mint, but also because of the unique production issues that occurred during that time. The obverse of the coin features a powerful right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the word Liberty above and the date 1979 below. The mint mark D is located just above Anthony's shoulder near the cut of her neckline. Even on very dirty coins, this mint mark remains visible and is the key identifier that it was produced at the Denver facility. The reverse of the coin features an adaptation of the Apollo 11 moon landing insignia, also designed by Gasparo, showing an eagle landing on the moon clutching an olive branch with Earth in the background. This reverse was originally used on the Eisenhower dollar and was carried over to the SBA dollar. Despite being a modern coin, its design pays tribute to both women's history and American space achievement, making it historically meaningful and visually symbolic. When it comes to rarity, most 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollars are common in circulated condition, especially dirty ones that have spent decades in drawers, garages, old coin jars, and banks. However, rare examples stand out because of strike quality, condition, and specific errors. Some of the most valuable 1979 D SBA dollars include coins with strong strikes, minimal wear, and full mint luster under the dirt once cleaned professionally. Collector demand for the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar has increased over time, particularly as more people discover coin roll hunting and modern coin collecting. The SBA series is short, spanning only a few years of production, which makes it appealing to collectors building complete sets. The 1979 D stands out because it is one of the original first-year issues and represents the only dollar series ever to feature a real woman from U.S. history. That alone gives it character and distinction in modern numismatics. Now let's talk about value. A standard circulated 1979 D SBA dollar in dirty condition is usually worth between $400 and $700. However, things change fast when condition and rarity enter the picture. Clean circulated coins with sharp detail can bring $900 to $1,500. Uncirculated examples graded MS-60 to MS-63 range from $2,000 to $3,000, while MS-64 to MS-66 examples can sell between $4,000 and $5,000. The real money appears at MS-67, where prices can reach $6,000 or more, while extremely rare MS-68 examples, if perfectly struck with flawless surfaces, can exceed $7,000 at auction. Error coins are a separate category altogether. Extreme errors like off-center strikes or major die breaks can fetch between $8,000 and over $10,000 depending on severity and eye appeal. For collectors, the best strategy to find a valuable 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is to inspect coins carefully under good lighting and magnification. Look for sharp details in Susan B. Anthony's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Avoid coins with heavy scratches or signs of improper cleaning. If you suspect your coin is valuable, consider submitting it to a professional grading company like PCGS, NGC, or ANACS for authentication and value protection. These coins still show up in bank rolls, estate sales, and old coin boxes, so they are absolutely still out there waiting to be found. The 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a fascinating piece of American coinage. It represents history, controversy, and a tribute to equality, while also offering real value potential for collectors. Whether found in circulation or tucked away in dusty old drawers, this coin deserves a second look. Stay tuned, because in the next video we'll explore another surprising U.S. coin that looks ordinary at first but can be worth serious money, so make sure you don't miss it. And secondly, we dive deep into the world of numismatic treasures, the most fascinating coin that many might overlook, the USA 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark. We are focusing on a specific, ultra-rare variety that stands as one of the most valuable and sought-after modern coins from the United States, even in what can only be described as a very dirty condition. This particular coin carries a secret that makes it the king of the entire Susan B. Anthony series, and its story is one of minting errors, historical context, and incredible collector demand that transforms a common-looking piece into a numismatic superstar worth a small fortune. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979, a period marked by high inflation and a push for practicality in U.S. currency. The government's goal was to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar with a smaller, more cost-effective coin that would circulate widely. The 1979 P, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, was part of the inaugural year of this new coinage. However, the public never truly embraced the small dollar, often confusing it with a quarter, leading to its commercial failure and a very short production run from 1979 to 1981. With a single final minting in 1999. It is within this context of a generally unloved coin that a remarkable error occurred, creating a legend. This specific 1979 P variety is known as the near date, or wide rim variety, where a hub doubling event caused a distinct widening of the rim on the obverse, particularly noticeable near the date, making the 9 in 1979 appear much closer to the rim than on the standard, far-date variety. This minute difference, born from an early die state, is what separates a common coin worth $1 from an extreme rarity. When you first look at this coin, you are immediately struck by its unique 11-sided inner rim, a feature designed to help the visually impaired distinguish it from the quarter. The obverse features the portrait of Susan B. Anthony, the prominent civil rights leader, sculpted by Frank Gasparro, facing right. The inscriptions include Liberty at the top and the date at the bottom. On our rare variety, the most critical design detail is the exceptionally wide rim on the obverse, which crowds the date and gives it that distinctive near-date appearance. The reverse depicts an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, showing an eagle landing on the moon with the Earth in the background. The inscriptions are United States of America, EPLURIBUS UNUM, and $1. The design elements on both sides are the same as the common version, but it is the specific placement and spacing on the obverse that tells you you're holding something extraordinary, even if the surfaces are obscured by heavy dirt and environmental damage. The rarity of this 1979 P near-date dollar cannot be overstated. It is believed that only a very small number of these coins were struck before the mint corrected the die, creating the common, far-date version. Estimates suggest that perhaps only a few dozen, and certainly no more than a few hundred, of the near-date variety ever entered the marketplace before the change was made. The vast majority of the over 360 million 1979 P dollars minted are of the common far-date type. Furthermore, the survival of this coin in any condition is a minor miracle. Within the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, this 1979 P near-date is the undisputed key coin. It stands out in the series in the same way the 1909 SVDB does for Lincoln cents or the 1916 D does for Mercury dimes. It is the coin that completes the set and is, by a massive margin, the most challenging and expensive issue to acquire. Collector demand for this variety is perpetually high, fueled by series collectors, era variety specialists, and modern coin enthusiasts all competing for the same handful of known examples. Its status is legendary, and owning one, even a problem coin with cleaning, damage, or heavy dirt, is considered a major accomplishment. So what is the current market value of this very dirty 1979 P Susan B. Anthony near-date dollar in today's market? Even in a heavily circulated, very dirty and problem-ridden state, what we would classify as a details grade, this coin commands a staggering price. For a problem coin with heavy surface dirt, environmental damage, or other impairments, you can expect a starting price in the range of $2,000 to $3,500. If a coin in this condition were to be certified by a service like PCGS or NGC, even with a details designation noting its impaired surfaces, it would still hold a strong five-figure value. For examples in higher, problem-free grades, the prices escalate rapidly into the tens of thousands of dollars. For collectors aiming to find one of these treasures, the strategy must be meticulous and patient. Your primary focus must be on correctly identifying the variety. You need to train your eye to spot the wide rim and the proximity of the date to the edge, comparing it directly to images of a common far-date coin. Given that you are likely to encounter one in a lower grade or with problems, you must carefully assess the coin for its authenticity as the variety and for the nature of its surfaces. While you would ideally want a coin with original color and as much detail as possible, the reality is that most will show significant wear and issues. The 1979 P Susan B. Anthony near-date dollar stands as a pillar of modern American numismatics. Its importance lies in its incredible rarity, its fascinating mint-era origin, and its paramount position as the key date in a collectible series. This coin proves that value is not always about pristine condition. It is about historical significance and sheer scarcity. Its appeal crosses all collector boundaries, offering a tangible piece of minting history that is as challenging to find as it is rewarding to own. For the new collector, it represents an ultimate goal, a coin to dream about. For the seasoned veteran, it is a centerpiece, a trophy asset that validates a lifetime of searching. It is, without a doubt, one of the most remarkable and valuable regular-issue U.S. coins of the last half-century. And thirdly, we're exploring the United States 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with the San Francisco S mint mark, is one of the most misunderstood coins in modern American numismatics. At first glance, many people dismiss this coin as nearly worthless change from the late 20th century, especially if it appears very dirty, tarnished, or heavily handled. However, coins from the San Francisco Mint hold a distinct place in collector markets because they were not intended for everyday circulation. These coins attract enthusiasts due to their limited distribution and historical importance, making them far more valuable than typical mass-produced coins from the same year. Released in 1979, this dollar marked a turning point in U.S. coinage history. It was the first small-sized dollar coin ever minted in the United States and replaced the large Eisenhower dollar that had been used since 1971. More importantly, it honored Susan B. Anthony, a major figure in American social history who fought for women's voting rights and equality. This was the first time a real woman appeared on a U.S. circulating coin, making it a culturally significant piece of American heritage. The San Francisco Mint's mint mark primarily produced collector coins, giving their 1979 issues added prestige and desirability today. The coin's design is technical, sharp, and meaningful. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony sculpted by Frank Gasparo, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. She is surrounded by 13 stars and the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. On the reverse side, Gasparo reused the same patriotic eagle design from the Eisenhower dollar series. It depicts a bald eagle landing on the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch, with planet Earth visible in the distance. The design connects the coin to American values, liberty, peace, and innovation, while also honoring the Apollo 11 mission, one of the greatest technological achievements in U.S. history. In terms of composition and structure, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is made of copper-nickel clad, not silver, which often surprises new collectors. It weighs 8.1 grams and measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter. Despite not being made of precious metal, its precision-struck surfaces and frosted details give it strong visual appeal when fully intact. Even when found in very dirty condition, original proof surface texture and details can often be preserved under the dirt or oxidation, adding to its collectible potential once properly authenticated and handled. The rarity of this coin comes from its purpose and limited distribution. Unlike the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which struck millions of coins for regular commerce, the San Francisco Mint produced a much smaller quantity of collector-grade pieces. While exact survival numbers are unknown, many ended up outside their original protective packaging over time, becoming scratched, worn, or extremely dirty. Coins that escaped heavy handling and remain intact are far more scarce, especially those still holding original mint contrast or sharp details. The market value of a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar varies depending on condition and eye appeal. A coin found in very dirty condition typically sells for $100 to $3,000 if heavily worn. However, coins that retain original mint sharpness after cleaning by a professional conservation service can sell for $1,500 to $4,000. High-quality surviving examples graded by PCGS or NGC often reach $2,500 to $6,000, depending on surface quality and visual appeal. Exceptional examples in premium condition can exceed $9,000 at auction, making this coin a strong performer among modern collectible U.S. dollars. Collectors who encounter a dirty 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar should avoid cleaning it at home, as scrubbing or using chemicals can permanently damage the coin and drastically reduce its value. Instead, the first step is preservation. Store the coin in a protective holder and consider professional grading if the strike details and surfaces appear sharp under magnification. Coins with strong strike, clear rims, and minimal marks are more valuable. Purchasing from reputable dealers, coin shows, or online numismatic auctions ensures authenticity. Another factor that increases the appeal of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is its connection to the evolution of U.S. currency. The introduction of this coin marked the beginning of America's experiment with small-sized dollar coins, which would later lead to the Sacagawea dollar and presidential dollar series. Although the Susan B. Anthony dollar faced rejection in circulation because it was too close in size and color to the quarter, numismatists now view it as a transitional coin. It represents a short, rare, and historically meaningful chapter in U.S. mint history. This limited production period from 1979 to 1981, followed by a brief reissue in 1999, has made the series compact and collectible, especially for hobbyists who prefer complete sets that can be collected without overwhelming cost or time. The 1979 S dollar also holds investment potential for long-term collectors. While not every coin from this series commands a high price today, demand has been steadily increasing as more collectors shift interest toward modern U.S. coinage. This trend is driven by new generations of collectors who value historical significance over precious metal content. Coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially those preserved despite age, dirt, or mishandling, continue to see a rise in grading submissions and auction interest. As supply tightens and collectors seek higher quality examples, values have gradually increased over the past decade. For this reason, even finding a dirty 1979 S today can be a profitable opportunity if properly identified, preserved, and evaluated by experts, making it both a collectible artifact and a strategic acquisition for the future. The 1979 S Susan B. Anthony dollar remains a standout issue in modern U.S. coinage. Despite lacking silver content and often appearing heavily tarnished or dirty today, this coin carries historical importance, collector prestige, and consistent market demand. Its legacy as the first U.S. coin to honor a real woman makes it culturally significant, while its limited mintage and survival challenges give it long-term collectible value. For both beginners and experienced numismatists, the 1979 S dollar represents a smart addition to any modern coin collection and a worthy piece of American monetary history. And fourthly, we're going to explore the most valuable and expensive United States coin. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark holds a special place as the inaugural issue of a new dollar series and a symbol of a new millennium. However, its status as a common circulating coin is dramatically transformed when considering the specific context of an example in very dirty condition, a factor that profoundly impacts its narrative and value. For numismatists, such a piece is not merely a damaged coin but a tangible artifact of its time, a witness to the early circulation of a historic issue whose story is etched in every scratch and layer of grime. While brilliant uncirculated examples are plentiful, a heavily soiled 2000 P dollar presents a unique appeal to collectors who appreciate coins that tell a story of commercial use and public life, though it stands in stark contrast to the premium values commanded by pristine specimens. The historical context of the 2000 P Sacagawea dollar is significant, marking a pivotal moment in American monetary history. Authorized by the United States Congress to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar, this coin was part of a national initiative to introduce a more distinctive and culturally resonant dollar coin into circulation. Minted at the Philadelphia facility, denoted by the P mint mark, this coin was released into circulation in the year 2000, a milestone year that amplified its symbolic weight. It commemorates Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who served as an indispensable guide and interpreter for the Lewis and Clark expedition, thus honoring her crucial role in the nation's westward expansion. This historical backdrop provides a rich narrative that elevates the coin beyond its face value, making even a worn example a piece of that story. The unique features of the Sacagawea dollar are revolutionary in their design and composition. The obverse features a striking portrait of Sacagawea created by artist Glenna Goodacre, depicted carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, on her back. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers, showcases a soaring eagle in flight, symbolizing freedom and the future. Technically, the coin is distinctive for its golden color, achieved through a manganese brass-clad composition, specifically a pure copper core layered with alloys of copper, zinc, manganese, and nickel. It shares its size and weight with the Susan B. Anthony dollar, measuring 26.5 in diameter and weighing 8.1 grams, but its golden hue and smooth edge made it instantly recognizable and aesthetically distinct from its predecessor, features that are obscured but not entirely erased by heavy soiling. When discussing rarity and condition for the standard 2000p Sacagawea dollar, it is crucial to distinguish between the common business strike circulation coins and the condition-specific market. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.2 billion examples for general circulation, rendering the issue inherently common. Therefore, rarity is not a function of mintage, but of state of preservation. In the context of a very dirty coin, its rarity is subjective. While millions were worn in circulation, a specific collector demand exists for coins that exhibit honest wear as circulation relics. However, this stands in direct opposition to the numismatic premium placed on pristine condition. For this issue, the true rarity and value are found in flawless mint state examples graded MS67 and above, or in the special Cheerios promotional variety, not in circulated pieces whose value is predominantly nominal. The market value for a standard 2000p Sacagawea dollar in very dirty condition is fundamentally its face value of $1. As a heavily circulated example of an exceedingly common coin, it holds no significant numismatic premium. In contrast, an example graded MS65, showcasing full golden luster and minimal contact marks, might command a modest premium of $2 to $5. The exceptional values are reserved for ultra-high-grade specimens. Coins graded MS67 can realize prices between $100 and $200, while the pinnacle, MS68 examples have been known to sell for over $1,000 at auction. The Cheerios variety, identifiable by specific tail feather details on the reverse eagle, and of which only a few thousand were released, can be valued in the thousands of dollars in high grades. A dirty circulation coin's worth is thus purely metallic and nominal, as its condition has erased any potential for a collectible premium. For collectors seeking to acquire a valuable 2000p Sacagawea dollar, the focus must be squarely on condition and variety. Identifying a high-quality example involves examining the coin for its original golden color, sharp strike on Sacagawea's detailed braids and the eagle's feathers, and a complete absence of wear or significant contact marks. The importance of third-party certification by services like PCGS or NGC cannot be overstated, as they authenticate the coin, verify its grade, and crucially, identify the valuable Cheerios variety. Storage in inert mylar flips or hard plastic slabs is essential to preserve the delicate surface and prevent further tunning or damage. Acquisition strategies should center on reputable numismatic dealers, major auction houses, or trusted transactions within collector communities, where provenance and authenticity are assured. For the collector who does encounter a very dirty 2000p Sacagawea dollar, the prospect of cleaning it should be rigorously avoided, as any attempt to remove the grime or patina, no matter how careful, will permanently damage the coin's surface and categorically destroy any remote chance of it possessing a numismatic premium. The coin's value, however minimal, lies in its original state, and the dirt, while diminishing its eye appeal, is part of its authenticated history. The only advisable course of action is to preserve it as is for its face value, or to use it as an educational piece to study the effects of circulation, while redirecting any investment focus towards professionally certified, high-grade examples that truly represent the coin's numismatic and potential financial worth. The 2000p Sacagawea dollar is a coin of two worlds, one of immense historical significance and common circulation, and another of conditional rarity and potential high value. A specimen in very dirty condition serves as a poignant reminder of the coin's intended purpose as a circulating medium, but it holds minimal financial appeal to the serious collector. Its true numismatic significance is unlocked in superb, gem-uncirculated condition, where it represents both a beautiful modern design and a key first-year issue. For the advanced collector, the pursuit of a premium example, particularly a high-grade or variety coin, offers a tangible connection to the launch of a 21st-century currency, and a sound, if specialized, addition to a modern collection with demonstrated potential for appreciation. And at the end, we will explore one of the most fascinating, mysterious, and surprisingly valuable modern U.S. coins ever produced. Most people have seen the gold-colored Sacagawea dollar from the year 2000, but very few know that a rare, ultra-valuable version exists. Today we reveal the 2000D Sacagawea dollar, a coin that might look dirty, worn, or ordinary at first glance, but certain rare versions of this Denver-minted dollar can sell for tens of thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Before you ever spend or ignore this coin again, you need to watch this video from beginning to end. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in the year 2000 as a replacement for the unsuccessful Susan B. Anthony dollar. It features a golden appearance, but despite its color, it is not made of gold. The coin honors Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark during their legendary expedition. Even though millions of Sacagawea dollars were minted, one particular version from the Denver Mint with specific characteristics has now become one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins known. The general public is unaware that ultra-rare and expensive versions exist within this series, making it a thrilling hunt for collectors. What makes this coin so desirable is not just its design, but the rare varieties and minting anomalies that slipped out into circulation by mistake. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint launched a massive campaign to promote the new Sacagawea dollar. Over 1.2 billion coins were released between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Denver Mint alone produced 518 million coins that year. Most were sent directly into circulation, which means millions survived. But what changed everything was a special production mistake and a limited test strike program that resulted in an ultra-rare Denver Mint variety. Today, collectors are actively searching bank rolls, old coin collections, and forgotten change jars hopping to find one of these special coins that escaped. Even coins found in very dirty or circulated condition can still be worth life-changing money if they match the rare characteristics. The obverse or front of the coin displays Sacagawea carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste, engraved by sculptor Glenna Goodacker. Her expression is calm and dignified, representing strength and guidance. Around the rim are the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, with the year 2000 and the mint mark D placed near the lower part of the design. On the reverse side, we see an eagle in full flight surrounded by 17 stars, symbolizing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The words United States of America and $1 complete the design. What makes valuable versions of this coin unique are specific die variations found in the tail feathers of the eagle, small design differences that are not present on common coins. These are the features that must be examined carefully. While the regular 2000D Sacagawea dollar is common, the ultra-rare Denver variety with enhanced tail feather detail is believed to have fewer than 200 surviving examples in circulation. Many of these coins were released accidentally and were never intended for public use. Because of their rarity and limited surviving number, collectors refer to this version as a key rarity in the series. Even when the coin is found in dirty, worn, or heavily circulated condition, it still carries significant collector value if it exhibits the correct reverse design features. Cleanliness does not matter. Eye appeal does not matter. What matters most is identifying the correct diagnostic markers that separate a common $1 coin from a five-figure treasure. This Denver Sacagawea dollar stands out in American numismatics because modern dollar coins rarely achieve high collector demand. But this particular coin has strong historical significance, an attractive Native American theme, and a dramatic rarity story. Since it was part of a mint experiment and never meant to reach the public, collectors consider it a mystery coin. Modern collectors seek it for high-level sets, specialists chase it for rarity, and investors buy it as a long-term store of value. What makes this coin even more desirable is that it belongs to a modern series that most people ignore, so the chance of discovering one today is still possible. Let's talk numbers because this is where the story becomes unbelievable. A normal 2000D Sacagawea dollar in dirty or circulated condition is usually worth face value. However, the ultra-rare Denver variety with enhanced eagle tail feathers has sold at auction for $8,000 to $15,000 in circulated condition. In lightly circulated grades, prices jump from $18,000 to $28,000. High-grade examples authenticated by PCGS or NGC have brought $35,000 to over $45,000. Even coins that look dull, dirty, or worn can still bring thousands if they are genuine. That is why people all over the United States are checking every Sacagawea dollar carefully. One mistake in your loose change could be worth more than a new car. If you want to search for this coin, focus first on the reverse tail feathers. You need strong magnification to inspect the fine details. The rare version shows sharp, deeply defined feather lines that do not appear on regular circulation strikes. Look for coins with the Denver D mint mark only. Never clean the coin even if it is dirty. Cleaning destroys collector value immediately. If you think you have found a rare one, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. You can search rolls from banks, coin shows, estate collections, or eBay listings. Always ask sellers for close-up images of the tail feathers before buying. The 2000D Sacagawea dollar may not look impressive at first glance. It may lack the shine of a silver coin or the classic appeal of older American coins. But hidden within this modern series is a rare treasure that continues to surprise collectors year after year. Its low survival rate, hidden design variation, and powerful auction record secure its place as one of the most valuable modern coins of the 21st century. Whether you are a new collector or an advanced investor, this is a coin you cannot afford to ignore. Beyond its market value, this coin also represents an important reminder about coin collecting as a whole. Treasures can still be found outside of auctions, museums, and elite private collections. Many examples of rare Sacagawea dollars have surfaced in unexpected places such as gas station tills, school lunch change, inherited coin jars, and even donation boxes. Stories continue to surface of collectors pulling valuable varieties from bulk coin, lots online, or from dealers who never inspected the reverse details closely. This proves the opportunity is still real for anyone who puts in the effort, patience, and discipline to search. The 2000D Sacagawea dollar teaches a simple but powerful lesson. Rarity can hide in plain sight. All it takes is knowledge, a careful eye, and the willingness to check what others overlook. And that wraps up our deep dive into the ultra-rare and valuable 2000D Sacagawea dollar. But this is only the beginning. In our next video, we uncover another United States coin that looks completely ordinary but has shocked collectors with recent auction prices nobody expected. If you think a single dollar coin can be worth a fortune, wait until you see what is hiding inside the next coin we reveal. Stay tuned.